Hey everyone, it's Tyron again, Anytime Fitness here in Katy, and we have another interview for you. Here we have Paris. He's going to share with you a bit on what he's been doing to deal with his cerebral palsy. Please take this video, share it with others. I think they're going to like it. See you soon. Hey, welcome back. This is Tyron with Anytime Fitness here in Katy, the very best club here in this area. That's right. And we are here with Paris. Now, Paris is one of our long-time standing members, and you come in quite early in the morning, right?
Yeah, roughly 5:30 in the morning every other morning, including weekends.
Yep, nice. And when I get in, sometimes I see Paris here, and it's always impressive to see the fact that you're here that early in the morning, and you are absolutely killing it. And so you got a great story, right? And it's not that you're doing all this without your own sort of hurdles that you've had to overcome. And that's what we want to share with you. And so I'm going to let Paris take it from here. He's going to tell you a little bit about himself, about his backstory, and what are some of the challenges that you face every day.
Okay. Well, thank you, Tyron. As Tyron mentioned, my name is Paris Taylor. I've been a member of Anytime Fitness Katy since April 2012, so you can consider me as one of the veterans around here. I've seen many members come and go during that span, and in fact, Tyron is probably the third owner that I had the pleasure of meeting and interacting with since Anytime Fitness Katy has opened. Okay, he's a great guy, and I wasn't paid to say that. Okay, so he's a great guy. But just a little bit about myself. I grew up in Flint, Michigan, okay, in a middle income background. And so my challenges is that I was born with cerebral palsy. So cerebral palsy, if you don't know, is a disorder that adversely affects muscular movement and coordination. So the symptoms range from mild to severe. So fortunately for me, my symptoms were considered mild. Okay, just primarily affecting my right leg. And the form of cerebral palsy I have is called spastic cerebral palsy, which means stiffness in the muscles. So I'm unable to fully extend my right leg, but because of my mild symptoms, I lived quite an active and normal childhood. Coupled that with my parents equipping me with a can-do attitude. I played basketball growing up, I played football. I guess you can tell by my size. I'm not as lean as I was in my teen years, but even to this day, I'm still active. And as Tyron had mentioned earlier, I'm in here every other morning, roughly 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, just to stay fit. To stay fit as well as to relieve stress. So that's a little bit about myself, just to open up this discussion.
So very good. Now, Paris, tell us about some of the things that you're doing here. What are some of the things that, with the cerebral palsy, where do you find yourself focusing to either help with the cerebral palsy or help with stress? Because I know you're also a professional, you also have your own career and such, but maybe you can tell us a little bit about what you do in here that helps you with your condition you have.
Yeah, no problem, Tyron. Yeah, so every other morning I tend to alternate my workout regimen. So for example, one morning I'll start off with the treadmills. I'll do 20 minutes treadmill. And then from there I'll go to the weights area and just do some stretches, because it is good for me to stretch out my leg muscles. I guess those are hamstrings, okay? And it's good to stretch, even though I will never fully be able to fully extend my right leg, but I've been taught over the years that it's best to continue with the stretching because it helps me maintain movement considering the challenges I have with cerebral palsy, okay? And then from there, I will just rotate through the cycle. I guess this is the cycle here. All right, so I will alternate, upper body workouts. I will work the strengthening ropes, or what's the official? The battle ropes. I wanted to make sure I get that right for the viewers. And I have quite a fan club when I do the battle ropes.
A lot of people video it.
Exactly. So I guess it's just important for me just to maintain upper body strength, and for the lower body, it's just primarily stretching, since CP has primarily affected the movement and the extension of my lower body capabilities.
Nice. Good. Now tell us, Paris, if for those that are out there that maybe also struggling with cerebral palsy, or maybe that are dealing with other, disabilities that are limiting in their range of motion or in their physical abilities. Tell us, what sort of tips would you give to those listening
Okay.
dealing with this sort of thing?
Yeah, my tips, number one would be to surround yourself with positive people. And I'm going to go back to what I mentioned earlier. My parents raised me with a can-do attitude. And because of that attitude, you can say I kind of grew up with a chip on my shoulder mentality. Like if someone would say, well, you can't do that because, you walk with a limp. And then I would take that as fuel to just say, I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to do it. But again, just going back, you need to surround yourself with positive people who will instill that confidence in you, because we are human, and many times we take it as a grain of salt, if you will, what other people think of ourselves. And surrounding yourself with positive people can help change your mindset and your attitude, giving you that can-do attitude as well. Okay. And then the second thought, or the second tip that I would give is that, again, it's going back to the mindset, remembering that your circumstances or your situation should not dictate your life. Okay, you can overcome your circumstances, you can overcome your situation, because at the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself, mentally, spiritually, and physically. And so those would be my two tips: positive people, okay, and just making sure you remember that circumstances don't dictate your life. You can't let your circumstances control your life, or you will miss out on what life has to offer.
Man, that's great. That's great advice. Good job. I love it. Now tell us, Ferris, now you have a lot of friends here.
Yeah.
I consider you a friend in the short time that I've known you. But you've got a lot of people that know you and that love you here. But tell us, what has that been like for you dealing with cerebral palsy? What has it been like being in a club that provides you this kind of support?
Yeah, all right. I appreciate that, Tyron. You're my friend, too. And I didn't pay him to say what he just said, just throwing that out there. But since I've been a member here from April 2012, like Tyron's mentioned, I've got a chance to know a lot of people, okay? And one couple that comes to mind is Dale and Francis Rollison, okay? Unfortunately, I am going through a challenging time in my marriage, and there was a period of time about 3 months ago where I had to leave my home, and Dale and Francis were kind enough to take me in for about a week and a half. And that would not have been possible if we would not have met each other and built some type of camaraderie or friendship, because they're a much older couple, but again, their focus is on staying healthy, working out, and being an encouragement to those that are around them, and vice versa. And this environment has definitely facilitated that, to get to know your fellow gym members, get to know their challenges, get to know their struggles, get to know their triumphs. And that keeps you going as you're pursuing your fitness and physical well-being goals.
Wow. Man, I could not have said it any better than that. So on that point, Ferris, again, thank you very much. Appreciate all the words of advice. Hope you guys enjoy it. Keep in touch. Let us know. Like it. Share your comments. Share this with your friends and family, because I think it's really, really good stuff that everybody can take advantage of and look at. All right, so until next time, we'll see you later. This is Paris, it's Tyron signing out. See you later.
See ya. Bye.